altered out my view, so sorry about the earlier video that I did, but we should be all right on this one now. I've hired it. Right, so I'm going to start off, just let me get rid of those. I had to work out some sizes, so let's just clear my desk a bit. We're starting off with a piece of Melon Mambo that is 7 inches by 10. Okay, and we're going to do some scoring. So we'll put it in on the 10-inch side, and we're going to score that. Let me get our blade out of the way. We're going to score that at 2.5, 5, yeah, that must be right, and 7.5, yeah, 7.5. Okay. Now we're going to rotate it, and I'm going to put it in at 1.5. Yeah, so I'm going to put it in at 1.5, and this time I'm going to get my cutting blade and I'm going to place it on the score line. So I'm getting my cutting blade. Now the camera's right in my face. Let me move the bit further this way and see. So I'm going to get right on that first score line, and then I'm going to cut down through the second score line down to the third score line. Okay, then I'm going to turn it around, put it back in at 1.5, and then again I'm going to place the blade on the score line. So remember, it's that little line at the side that you put level with your score line, so make sure. And I'm going to cut from that score line down through the next score line and stop at the third score line. Just want to make sure. There we go. So I'm now going to put it back, move my blade out of the way, on to my 10-inch side. Let's see. Right, I'm now going to line it up at 3 3/4. So I'm lining it at 3 3/4, but this time I'm putting my score blade at where I've done the cut mark. So I'm going to put that right on the cut mark and score down to the bottom cut mark. So I'm just scoring. Whoops, I went a bit too far then. Scored between the cut mark. Then I'm going to rotate it and do that again. I think 3 3/4. So 3 3/4, and I'm going to put between. So I'm going to score between the cut lines. Okay. Now, before I do any folding and burnishing, I'm just going to go over my cut line to start with and just smooth that down a bit. So I'm smoothing that edge down a bit, and then the center score line that I did all the way down, I'm just going to rub that out. So I'm going to just rub that score line out. It will be mainly covered, so you won't really see it, but I like to just rub that out. Okay, there we go. Right, now we can go ahead and fold it. So we're going to bring the first score line over. Make sure that you've got the top and bottom level, and we'll do that with the other side. So I'm going to bring it towards you and again do that. Right, now I have forgot to do, you know how I like to get rid of my whispers on there. Okay, now the center one I'm going to fold so they've got 2 mounting folds, and then the next 4 line down I'm also going to make a mountain and take it to the other side and make a mountain as well. So what you'll end up with is that these 2 will come in and you'll have that going. The center one went into mountains, so like that, and then you have got these. So if you close it like that and then burnish these down, then you can put one way, crease it, put it the other way, crease it, the bottom one, crease it, and put it the other way and crease it. Now I was struggling to know what size I wanted here, so I'm just going to measure that now. So that's 2.5, so I'm just going to get a piece of my Night of Navy because I just want to do that, and I'm going to see if I've got anything perfect. Let's see if there's any. I'm using up scraps, so if I've got a smaller scrap I'm going to use it. So yeah, that's even better, so I'm going to use that one. So let's see if it goes the other way. No, so we'll have to have it that way. Right, so I want to do it 1/4 inch smaller, so I want 2 1/4, so I'm going to cut 1 2 1/4. Whoops, cut, not do that, and then it's down, whoa, down by 4 inches. I want to do it 3. Where have I just cut that? Knocked it off. I do want to do that. 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. Okay, I'll cut that. Right, so I just want that back, and I'll see if I want to do anything. I think I just need to leave that one as it is. Yeah. Okay, so let's start to build this up. Now, to save time, I'm not going to decorate the back. I will decorate the back in the same way, really, that I'm doing the front. So this size that I'm using to put on here, I would want another one of them for the back to write on and stick the verse on, the sentiment on. Okay, so I'm putting that there. Right, I have a piece of these Night of Navy that is 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. So you want 2 of them, 4 in total, because you want 2 for the front and 2 for the back. I've only done, so far I've just done 2, because as I say, I'm cutting down. I'm only going to do the front. Okay, so give that a press down, and then we're going to do the same at the other side. So it's much better when I can see my squares and see everything. It was just way too low. I think that must have been what caused it. So I think it see what I've done there. That's better. Right, and then for these 4 pieces, so you'll need 8 in total of these, which is 2 1/4 by 1 1/4. So you'll want 8 of these for the front and the back. And when I do the back, I might just do that with DSP. So rather than doing the layers now, and I'll show you what I mean, because although it's slightly different to what I'm doing now, the one that I've made, which I'll show you just 1 minute, and this is not going to be like it. It's the same principle. I don't know what they call these cards, I forgot. Same principle of the pop out bit, but the centre is different. And I have done one of these. I don't think I did layer it like this with my putting added layers on. I don't think I did that. No. Now I'm showing you how to do 6x6 paper today to extend it so that you can use it on a 5x7 card. So I've cut my panels. So the outside panels, where are you? Oh, there's one, isn't it? Can't see for woodford trees. Now my panel is 1 7/8, and of course it's by 6 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this at 3 inches. So that is cutting my paper in half. Okay, I'll do this one at a time so that I can get it the right. I have just done it that way. No, it must be that way. Yeah, it is. Right, so this piece, what did I say this piece was? It is 7 3/4, so I've got I would have cut a quarter off it, so I need a piece that's going to be 6 1/2. Is that right? And cut a quarter off, it needs to be 6 1/2. So I'm going to see, so this piece is going to go up here, this piece is going to go down here, and then I'm going to put this piece in the middle. So, and I think I'm gonna leave it with a bit of a border, because I want to use this piece, although I've got, yeah, no, I want to use this piece. I'm just going to cut this. This is it's 3/8 of an inch. You could do a wider one if you want to and just fill your gap completely, but I'm going to leave a little narrow gap, see what it looks like. So I'm going to cut this. Oh, what was that? Is it 1 7/8? Where's my ruler? I think it's 1 7/8, isn't it? Yeah, 1 7/8. So 1 7/8. So I need to cut that wide. 1 7/8. So 1 7/8. And I'll make it easy on myself because I'll just put that against it like that, and so I can cut it there. There we go. So I'm going to put that with a, as I say, a little bit of a border there. I'll work that out. And so this wants to be 1 7/8, so I'll just use this piece again. 1 7/8. So 1 7/8. There we go. And so that will be for that side, but I'll put that there. So I'm just going to cut this now. Let's remove that. So I'm going to move this to 3 inches, and then they can go top and bottom. Right, so I'll move that out of the way and bring it back in to do my bit here. Okay, so we'll start off with this at the top. So I'm going to look for equal increments at the top and the sides. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So I'm looking for equal increment top and side. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. Now I haven't pressed it down just in case it's not right. So I'm going to look for the bottom, equal increments either side, make sure I've got it straight, and then I'm going to put this in the middle. that and that. Oh, it actually fits, doesn't it? So I'm just going to straighten that up, make sure that that's all straight, and that just fits. So that's exactly what you want. So that works. Just make sure there. So that's exactly what you want. You want that 3/8 because it seems to work fine. So I'm going to do that again. So these are the two. Yep, there we go. So here we go. So again, I'm looking for equal increments at the top and the sides. And then I'm going to do the same at the bottom. So top and the bottom. And then I'm going to stick this in the middle. So there we go. I'm just going to make sure that's all buttered there, so it gives that break of colour in there. And then these pieces, 4 of those, but you'll only need, so you won't need the DSP. I'll show you on this. I just did the DSP at the back. So on here I've put multiple layers, but on the back I've just done DSP all at the back there. So that's what I do for the back. But this one, I've lined it different and I'm doing it completely different to the one I've just showed you and the one I made, I think, previously. So just make sure you get that. So if I didn't tell you, I'll tell you again. 2 inches by 1 inch these are. And we're just putting these in. I just decided that I'd give a nice border on them all. So there we go. And then the bottom. Again, equal increments. There we go. And yeah. And there. There we go. Right, now I have done this to go, yeah, that will work now. That's going to clear it. I'm going to be all right. Right, I'm going to cut this down now because I've cut this out with the largest of the So Sweetly dies, and I want this to have a border like that. So I'm going to check how much I've got extra. So it's about 3/8. So I'm going to do it 3/8 larger than this. So this is, let's say that that's about there. So I want it 3/8 larger. So 1, 2, 3. So that's made it, I'm doing it 4.5. So this is 4.5 by 3.25. So 4.5 by 3.25. And that I'm going to stick at an angle. But before we do that, we'll do some, we'll put this on first. Let's put that on first. Whoops. Before we start our decorating. I'm going to put that on there. So we've got a nice border like that. And that's going to be like that. Now be careful when you angle it, because you don't want to be going over your cut lines, so angle it so that your things to watch for doesn't go over in the folds. So I've got to move it over slightly. It's not going to go so you can't go over the cut lines and can't go over the folds, so be careful how you do it to make sure that you get it in the right position. I think I will actually stick some dimensions on it as well, but before we do that, I'm going to decorate this part. So I thought I'd have some foliage, and I thought I might like to put some come on, you tell me, I'll tell you. Come on, I can't think. What colour? Soft sea foam. Oh, that would not come at all. So I'm going to put it quite deep, and I'm having it. I'm going to have these foliages showing. Actually, I think I'm going to get another one of them and put that soft sea foam. I think I quite like that, so I'm going to get more soft sea foam and do this. So there's lots of leaves and foliage, you know, you can use it out of any of your sets, whatever you've got. I've just cut some out with the coordinating paper to give it that. I think I might stick a bit of white in the foliage. I'll see if I've got any more of that white. Add a bit more to it. So let's see. I don't want to use that now. So let's see if I've got anything. I have. That faces the same way. So I'll have to face it the same way. So that's okay. Okay, so it'll be kind of group. I'm going to kind of group it together. Right. Now I've already cut out with Stitch So Sweetly. Now this is the one that measures. So if you want to measure, my tag's about 2 1/4 by 1 and it's just a 1/16 over, so it's 3/16, but you could get away with less than that. Anything that you've got. And I'm going to actually put a bit of ribbon underneath. So first of all, I'm going to get a piece of tear and tape. So I'm going to put some tear and tape, and I'm going to put some, so which way is it? That way. I'm going to put it in the bottom corner. That's going to be hanging off there, so I'm going to put a bit in the corner there, but I'm also going to put a bit going up as well. So I've made it too big, so I'm just gonna, I'll do that, that's fine. And then I'll take these off. Okay, and I can cut my ribbon. So I'm going to bend my ribbon so it's kind of like that. I'm going to have it at the corner, so I'm just going to have my ribbon going off like that. I'm going to actually get another bit of tear and tape in there and put it on top of the ribbon, because I want the ribbon to hold closed and it's not doing. So I'm going to do that. Which way? That's it, that's fine, and that's going to hold it over. Don't forget, I'm going to trim the ribbon, so we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to bring this back in now, and I'm going to start with working out where I want my foliage. So I want my foliage to go in and out, so it's kind of think I want that to show a bit more actually. So I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start with my soft sea foam. Now I've used Boho Indigo. These are the foliage from Boho Indigo. I love these. I go back to sets over and over again, but as I say, there is lots of foliage that you can use. So I think I'll do that. I want then to put my, this is my, and the papers are from the very old Everything is Rosy. I want that to stand out more, so I think actually I'm going to stick some white underneath it because it's getting lost a bit on the paper, I think. So let's just pull that up a bit, put some more white there, and I'll have some white going on the other side to kind of see there. I should really have one more. Have I got anything? Because I want it to nothing there. Let's see if I've got something in here. It's not sticking out enough for me, so I just want something to put behind it. Oh, I think I will put that back behind it. So I'll tuck that underneath. I don't want it to go, so that will be there. And then we're going to mount this on dimensionals. Where are you, dimensionals? I've messed up my workspace again. I've been working with them, so right in front of me, honestly. So let's get those. So I'm going to put this, so I'm going to put it on top of the ribbon, and I'll just put two on there, that'll be fine. So bring that in, that's going to go at an angle like that, and I will cut my ribbon now. So I'll have ribbon cut into, right, I'm going to go that way, so I'm going to have that way, and I'll have, there we go. So that's got there. Right, so bring back in my base. So again, I think I'm going to stick at an angle. I think I'm going to stick my, in fact it'll be all right, I'm going to stick them down the center. So I'm thinking that this will work. If I stick them down the center, I'll be safe. Okay, now what I've got to be careful, so I cannot go over the folds, I cannot go over the edges, so I'm going to make sure that I don't, that's about the right angle. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, now I wanted to have some ice skates on because this, oh, and I'll, on your anniversary, we'll put that on first. So I'm going to stick on definitely in the top. Or should I stick it? Let me just have a look. Where's my anniversary? Where will it fit? Oh, it will. So changing my mind, I'm going to put it on there. So that's on. There we go. We're going to put it the right way up. So on your, and then we'll get the anniversary. That works now. I like that better. and put those. There we go. Right, so my daughter and son-in-law met at an ice skating ring, and when I saw Sophisticated Sledge, I thought, I so love those ice skates, so I'm going to have some ice skates on here, but I thought I'd have a bow coming down at the top, so I'm going to see if I like, so I might do, so I'm just going to try to see if I like it to start with, might not. So gonna see whether I like that goes there and they one go there and so one go there and do I like that, or do I want it so that it has that and that and a bow? No, I'm going to go with the bow. What I liked the bow, so I'm going to do it a bit more. Okay. So I'm going to have that going down. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to do the bows about the same. So I ought to really have seen how long the piece was to be able to do it, but hey ho, I didn't. So I'm going to cut those off. So as long as I leave plenty there, and I'm going to do just, so I'm going to just, right, so that's about right, and just going to cut that. I'll do that and go to see what length it is and cut them all the same length now. Okay, hope I don't regret cutting it same length. I might do. Right, I need some glue dots. So, first and foremost, need to put some tear and tape on the back of my skates. So I'm going to put a bit of tear and tape on the back of the skate. So I'm going to have that there, and oh, too much there. So we've got those two on there. Took that bit away. Okay, then I bring back the black skates now, and not try and rip so much off. So, oh, I've still done a bit more. Oopsie daisy. So you can see now how I did it. You just took these through the ice skates there, and all I'm securing it really with is my tear and tape. Only that bit has gone rubbish again, so I ripped too much off and then it was too little. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, that's okay. And put that on there. Okay, so now I've got those on there. I'm going to then, I think I will attach them to the skates first. So I'm going to just have a look. So this I want to be the longest, I think, and then that can be a shorter one. So let's see. There, so if I do that and that, yeah, so I want to get a glue dot now. What have I done with my poker tool? I've had it. What have I done with it? Oh, here we go, over there. So I'll use my poker tool to get that off, and then I'm going to put that back on my there we go, and I think I'll put it about there, I think. And then I'm just going to get a glue dot now, not a glue dot, a dimensional. So I'm just going to pull that a little further down, and then put this on there, and that can go up there. Oh, now again, just be aware of where your fold is, so you don't want your skates to go over there. So I quite like that, so I'm going to do the same for the other side, and I should have measured that, shouldn't I? Oh, did I do it? Yes, I did do it. Oh, silly me. Right, so I'm going to try and get the same. So we're going to do that there. That's it. That went on there. And we want this one. Oops. So we're going to measure that. Put that. That's there. Up, up, up. And that's about right. That's going to stick on that, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a glue dot on the back. Get a glue dot on the back of my bow. And then I'm going to, before I put that down, I'm going to get dimensional on the back of my skate, on the back of my skate there, and then I'm going to not stick your things to you. There, right. So try and get it about right. I think that's, yeah, I think that's about right. Oh, that's come off there. So I think that took that way there, I think, and that one I'm gonna have to just get a little bit of tear and tape on the top of that because it's come off. So careful I don't tear up my my skates top. Right, so once it's in place, that should be all right. So that's come in about the skate, about that angle, goes about there, I think. There, that looks about right. So I hope you like that. I do like that, and as I say, so the back I would do some DSP for the back that measures the same as these, which would be the 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. Yeah, 6 3/4. So I just do DSP that size, then the 2 1/4 by the 1 1/4. I would just do DSP for those two sizes, and then I just do the 2 1/4 by 3 3/4 for the back for that. So that's how I decorate the back. And you can choose, you can either do this and choose to put these either way, so you can go like that and like that, so that when they open the envelope they see on your anniversary. So that's one of the ways. You can choose to do it as a gatefold if you prefer, and you, of course, you can do these either way, so like that. So it's, the choice is yours, and it fits in a 5 by 7 envelope. So hope you like that. I think I will put some gems on as well, some sparkly bits. I don't want those, so I can go with sparkly. What have I got? Let's see. No, I'm not going to put pearls on. I'm going to look. No, don't want the black dots on it. I might put some white hearts on, I think, as it's anniversary card, so I'll stick some white hearts on. And there we go, and I'll have one. And then one. I think I'll have one there as well. Okay, so there are my gems on it. So as I say, hope you like that. Stay well, stay safe. Bye for now.